Good afternoon, guys. A very good day to you. Hopefully, everybody is safe at home and you guys are doing fantastic. Okay. Uh, Today morning, I got a mail from a friend of mine. Unfortunately, he has been asked to go on leave. And now, the biggest question that lurks around in his mind, he wrote it down to me. Uh, Well, when asked in my next interview as to why were you laid off, what justifications do I give? So this question might be faced by a lot of people in the coming days. Unfortunately, a lot of people might be asked. Now the thing is, um, let's look at it in a different aspect altogether. The organizations who would be interviewing, the prospectus. um New candidates, when they are asking this question, first point is it appears to be pretty inhuman. Second, it appears to be quite ill-informed, because when an organization is asking any candidate as to why were you laid off, now either they were sleeping during the COVID-19 pandemic, or uh, they were following a different HR policy altogether, wherein nobody was laid off from their own organization. So now, when asked this question as to why were you laid off, uh, instead of hanging your head down and answering, well, maybe I was laid off because I was excess. Now that answer itself is pretty self discriminating. In the sense, you should never do that. I mean, I would rather say you give a straight answer as to, well, I was laid off because the organization was closing down its expansion, and during the crisis period, it was trying to stay afloat. So a lot of resources, it was not only me, but a lot of resources, higher and lower in position to me, was asked to leave. Well, one thing for sure, you should not never ever have a shame in your way of expressing your feelings to your next employers. As to this is not a fault of yours. First thing is, the moment you accept this fact that this is not something which was within your control, it does not ever mean that you are indispensable. You were dispensable. So that's the reason the company asked you to let go of. See, resource curbing has been, unfortunately, yesterday I already mentioned it. Yesterday we had a long discussion about it. Resource curbing has been the worst tool that any organization has adopted amid this crisis, because this not only shows their own organizational capability to handle a crisis, in capable hands taking a decision wherein it is not justified. So the main thing is, to my friend, and to all of you, I would rather say that please do not go with this question mark on your forehead as to, maybe I was not worthy, so the company asked me to let go of. It has got nothing to do with your capability. It has got nothing to do with your deliverables. I would rather say, when you next approach your interviews, you completely say very honestly that, well, my contribution mattered. My contribution was, being appreciated among my team. But it was HR universal policy within our organization, for which I had to be let go of. It does not measure my contribution or my capabilities. Well, contribution and capabilities do need time to be proven. Well, if given a chance, I would rather prove my capability and my contribution and what values I can add to the organization, rather than being judged right now into this interview. See, even if you're not cracking that interview, I would urge everybody to not let go of your self-respect, not let go of your own motivation, and it is a very, very self-destructive mode if you're going for an interview with this look in your face that, well, I was laid off, so can you please take care of me? No, I mean, the organizations, you have already seen being laid off once, how much your organizations are caring for you, how much they are encouraging you, how much they are standing next to you. So the next time you go for an interview, you make your point very, very clear as to that you should be considered for that interview for your deliverables, your past deliverables, your past organizational skills, your skills, and the contributions you have done. Also, given a chance, all the values that you could add to the organization's already operation, which is facing a certain problem. I would rather say, before going for this organization, please don't go with the same CV. You remodel the CV as per your post or position which you are applying for, and you prepare a couple of answers according to the position, understanding from the company's organization's website as to what they are into and what this COVID-19 scenario has done to their own operation. And you should come as a solution provider. Being laid off is not a matter of shame. I mean, people get laid off. This is nothing to do with whether I'm worthy or not. People do get laid off for various reasons. Now, being laid off during a pandemic, organizations making this as an excuse to lay you off has got nothing to do with your self-valuation. So please keep your head high. Please go to the interview, with your full zeal. You can do it. So this might be an opportunity for you to actually look for an organization which really cares for your contribution, which really cares for, because as I always mention, smart companies always care about, what you care. So the thing is, if an organization is not caring about your family members, or, your contributions, or your responsibilities towards your family. Now, the thing is, it's a very, very big question. We must ask ourselves, is it really worth working with such an organization which does not lead on humanitarian ground? I mean, if you are working on your time and extra time and your family time, so it is also the organization's responsibility to take care of you during any kind of situation. I mean, 20 days or 30 days or 1 month lockdown period is not something which has made the company bleed millions of dollars that they have to compensate by laying you off. This is just an excuse, a disguise, I would rather say. I'm not here discussing about the HR policies. What I want to say is, you go into that next interview, you put up your best spirit, and you should not be ashamed about being laid off. I mean, this is nothing to do with you being worthy or not, you being contributing or not, or whether you were good enough. You are always good enough, as long as you're learning, as long as you're adding value, as long as you're contributing. So the moment you go and prove yourself as a contributor, as a solution provider, rather than somebody seeking a job, I'm sure that you would be valued by the organization. And I wish all of you the very best. This is just a start. We have to be on this together. So everybody who's within my group, within my network, I would say we should reach within our all networks and try to help each other, because today is a chance for you to stand for somebody, because this is like an investment. Today, if you're not standing for someone or somebody, like tomorrow, when God forbid, you might be looking for some help yourself, when would you get a chance to reach or go up to somebody and ask for help? So the main thing is, go up for the interview, prepare your skills, update your online trainings and everything, remodel your LinkedIn profile, rewrite your resume, and look into each word as to what you are contributing, what value addition you are doing, and what solution you provide to the organization. If such a situation of emergency arises in the near future, come up with suggestions, come up with your ideas. So the new workspace, the new work culture is going to be very different, and I can assure you guys, it is going to be very, very positive. It is going to be very, very focused. Humanitarian grounds would be considered. Human force would be driven through leadership. I mean, like, it is not that, okay, if you are reporting to somebody, that is what is going to drive it. I mean, unless you are driving people with humanitarian grounds and with human clauses, you would not be able to lead and get the desired result. So eventually, your output matters directly with my output. So we are both into it. So all the best, guys. Take care of yourself. We meet tomorrow again, and please write to us if you have any queries. You have our Facebook page. You can send a message there, or you can send an email to careercounseling at gmail.com. We have another email ID, which is careercounselingonline at gmail.com. The second one is better because I am constantly monitoring it. We have a LinkedIn page, which is Career Counseling Online. You can like, you can share, you can invite your friends. We are suggesting a couple of suggestions, solutions to work around this situation, to go through this pandemic. So very soon it's going to be over. Very soon we are all going to be very, very productive into our desired fields. And I wish you all the best. And once again, put your head up, and it is not shameful to be laid off, and you are and please don't play victim. I mean, it's nothing to do with you playing victim that is going to make a change in your life. So be a contributor, be somebody influencer, be somebody who's a good networker, and come up with solutions. The world is looking for a lot of solutions. People are providing a lot of solutions, work wise, psychology wise, team building wise, network wise. So it is a team building time. I mean, it is a time when it is all cumulative. I mean, there is no way you can go all by yourself. This is exactly the time for everybody to build up a rapport, build up team, to be together into it, to support each other and to learn from each other, because collaboratively we can learn. Single individual competition will wipe you out next time. Trust me, next time if something, God willing, or God forbid something happens career wise, you will not be able to handle if you are not professionally into a team. Your mental health is decided by the circle you keep. So hang around with the team, wherein a lot of encouragement is there, with a lot of networking is happening, a lot of collaboration is happening, a lot of learning is happening, because together when you are in a group, you can build up a healthy mental status. That is what the organizations are going to look once they go productive, once they open up. A lot of organizations are opening up gradually. So I wish you all the best in your search of the job, and to all those who are already into this, already looking for the job, I would rather say rewrite your resume and rewrite your LinkedIn profile. Be very, very keep it short. I mean, because you understand. I mean, the HR organizations has to go through a lot of CVs and profiles these days. So make it smart. I mean, as I always say, keep it short and simple. KISS, KISS. So keep it short and simple. The CV, should only portray what you can contribute, and it should project you as a solution provider. So with all that note, that's all for today. We meet tomorrow again, and you can always come back to us on our LinkedIn page, on our Facebook page, and I'll be trying to work on this together with you. So for that, I am signing off today. Thank you.